word. I told you I was good, son, but nobody could see one. How I am the one and only. Cause I be EB, Ebbs, GB, EB. That's how I be. I can't believe my name is Stevie. Wait, that's dumb. That's a dumb rhyme. So I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna go back in time and make sure that it's better. Clever words need to be worded. Verbs, nouns, pronouns, proper nouns. Everybody is a clown in my eyes. This world is like a big balloon, and I am about to give you a surprise. Whatever. 2 minutes is the time that we have left until I go off to death. This is not the best song to bust hot flavors to. Let me fast forward to the next song. That's not one either. That's a nope. That's a for nope. Those are all video game soundtrack. That's a video game sound. That's a Sheena joint. That's not gonna do it either. Nope. Oh, here we go. I don't think I can rhyme to this one though. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. 1 minute, then I did it. That's what's up. Yeah. Yo. Yo, I just finished it. All I did it with. My skills, I guess I don't give a I don't give a shit. Try not to curse on my verses, cause Bridget be like, I'm a high in the neck, and then I'll be like under the ground, most deaf. Yes, I can't really mess with the ninja from Canada. Everybody wants slamming up, I'm a jamming the bamming up. Now I'm inside the flow. I'ma just mumble words cause I got it to go. I got it, but that is got how to go. Everybody wanna see how I got it to show. Hello. What's up, y'all? It is Electron Bandit. I am Electron Bandit, aka SG, aka Stephen D. Gibson, aka the fool on the mic. That's me. Turn stuff down. And yeah, I appreciate ya popping in and through and stuff. Yeah, I'm out of sorts. I'm kind of exhausted, but still not tired. But I think I have finished the music video, which is supposed to be released tomorrow morning, early morning, 6 a.m. Eastern time. So that, let's see, what is that? That's 11 a.m. British time and 3 a.m. West Coast time. So it's right in the middle, you know, that way you're going for your coffee or whatever, you're going to the work or whatever. Or lunchtime, you can check it on lunchtime. You know, just hit up YouTube, boom, boom, bip. There you go. It's all good. I was going to actually, let me do this first. I was going to, how do you say, do some segments in the show in order to cut up to put on YouTube, which is basically what I do anyway. I mean, how I do the YouTube videos. I just kind of record through OBS and just bust it up. But, that takes actual planning and stuff. I mean, I don't write down anything I say. It's unscripted. Should I brag about it? It's unscripted. I'm an unscripted reviewer, YouTuber. Is it important to be unscripted? No. Especially, like, for me, because I say a bunch of nonsense. So, it's about having fun. Actually, it's about having fun. It's not about I have to say things right and I have to edit it so my and my and all the breaths are all edited out so it's nice and clean, and then more people. Well, you know what? Maybe more people will watch it. Maybe more people watch it because it's like boom, bam, bip. Honestly, I edit a lot of stuff. A YouTube video that I'm gonna try to spit out real quick in 10 minutes. That's not unless something breaks or something, or you know. But I leave all the flaws up in there. I'm not a stutterer, but I stutter a lot. Anyway, so I'm working all day on the video. The music video is called On You. The song's called On You. So the video's called On You. I did everything. I built all the things in it. It's 100. It's 99.9% CG. Technically, it's 100% CG, but I used my brain power and the help of YouTube tutorials. You can't ever sleep on YouTube tutorials because they saved me. They saved me yesterday. I was doing something and I was like, why is okay, here's what it was. Let me break it down for all you guys who don't know what HDRI. You know what HDRI is. HDRI is a high definition something image resolution, high dynamic resolution image. I forgot what the acronym is. Anyway, it's like a 360 photo of an environment. It's just a high dynamic range image. That's what it stands for. It's a 360 photo of an environment, and with the high dynamic range, you can use that as light sources within your CG render world, whatever. So if you have a table with a plant on it, right? That's your CG. You got the table geometry, you got the plant bloop, with the leaves and the bloop, right? And you say, well, I want it to be in the garden. You take your little 360 camera, or you find one online. You get an HDRI, boom, you get it, boom, you slap that in there as an environment texture, and boom, Bob's your uncle. The sun's there. If it's dark, doesn't matter. It emulates, or it not emulates. It simulates the actual place where the picture was taken based off of the light values, like the whitest white, which would be the sun, right? If it's and it calculates all the angles, blah blah blah. Anyway, HDRI. So my problem was I had an HDRI as the background for my first shot in the first shot in the video is a long one shot. It's about 33 seconds with one cut in the middle, but it's still part of the same shot. 33 seconds. And I had an HDR, I had some water, and I had some buildings. And the buildings weren't casting like the HDRI was shining through the buildings onto the water. And I'm like, how? What? Okay. If like just the layman would have looked at it and it's like, oh, that's cool, right? But I'm looking at it, I'm like, how is the sun reflecting through the whole city onto how? That's not, no. I knew in my brain it was wrong. And I know people on the internet who know anything about, CG, light and all that. They were like, yeah, where's that light coming from? That light? So I was like, I looked it up online. Some dude like 1,000 million years ago was like, this is how you do it. You pull in the mix RGB, and then you throw in the light path, and then you put the glossy, and boom. Fixed it in like 2 seconds. I'm like, I never used a light path. Never. I was like, what's this? It's like ray tracing, but it's, you got light path, you got all these different paths for, and that was it was a glossy path that I had to take off the HDRI. It was frustrating, but I got it fixed. And then there was other ones that I had to fix as far as kind of artifacts, because dummy, that's me, and I am a very poor green screener for myself, because this green screen right here, right, this is where I did the actual second part of the Aloha Legend. How you doing? Appreciate you popping in. Hope everything's good with you and wifey sauce. Anyway, the second character in the video I did in here. The first part, which I filmed like last year. That's how long I've been working on this stupid video. I did it in the garage. I put all the things in the garage and moved stuff, so I had all kind of room, so it was better, right? But here is super tiny. It's like a closet in here, and I did it. I was like, okay, so I have, at minimum, I can do some little bit of stuff, and also everything that I filmed as far as me live action stuff and characters was with this phone, my Samsung, what is it, Galaxy S51. Forget what I think it's the S51 5G. Yeah, it's all phone. It's all phone stuff. Mainly because I don't have a 4K DSLR yet. I'm looking at the Canon M20, which is couple generations. That was one of the first, I think it was their first mirrorless the DSLR. The only problem with that particular model is that it doesn't have a microphone input. As far as like, you want to plug in a mic and have a Rode mic or something, it doesn't have it. So I'm like, so it's only camera mics. You got to have an external audio input device to get your audio, right? So, but if I'm just doing music videos, it doesn't matter. You won't capture audio on the camera when you're doing music videos. Only if you want to time stuff up, yes, maybe. Yes, you do, but you can use the camera audio for that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just need to hear it. Anyway, so I'm looking at the I'm sorry, I said M20. It's the M50, and also looking at that, there's an M100, which I don't think is as good, which came out after the M50, and there's an M200, I believe. I have to look at the only difference between those three cameras I think would sway me either way is their low light performance. If the low light performance is better on one of the other cameras, then I might go that way. Of course, price, but so I'm looking at that, as something I want to get in order to kind of keep going with these videos, music videos, because I don't plan on doing too much. I'm trying to do me right now. I'm trying to get the YouTube thing a little bit bigger, a little bit better. I'm not trying to be a crazy, Austin Evans and stuff, buying stuff off of Wish. Like, Wish ripped me off, with the goofy face. I mean, I have a goofy face already, but, he's like a super nerd. But, hey, he's living the best nerd life. Wow, words. But anyway, so I've been banging around with that video for a minute. I think last month, I've been going back. Well, actually, this whole year, I've been going back and basically redoing a lot of the shots. I know I said this before, but like going back. And I didn't get to every shot. I got to most of them. One shot in particular, I wish I could have done a little bit more with. But honestly, I think that it's poor time management. And I decided, I think it was a couple months ago, that I was just going to go back and redo a lot of the assets, a lot of the models and stuff, because I was like, nah, B, I don't like how that looks. That looks too whack. And then I think it was maybe a month ago, I started going and I was like, wow, I need some difference. Cause I was in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do simple shots, like, profile, front with a dolly shot and all that stuff. It's simple stuff, no crazy movements, right? And then I was like, what if there's a shot that doesn't have any real live elements as far as green screens? I could do whatever I want because it's free cameras, so it's 3D environments. So I started doing a few more dynamic shots in there. But I'm just trying to test the limitations of how I'm doing it now versus actually doing camera tracking and stuff like that. I've experimented with camera tracking, and it's cool. It's another step in my whole process. The green screen alone is a lot because of how I'm doing it. I'm not doing it as a lot of effects. People who do effects, they will do green screening. Composite. They'll composite the stuff within a different editor like DaVinci or something. I use DaVinci. They would do that, but I do all of the green screening. Well, I do the preliminary green screening in DaVinci to get it super green. Try to clean it up as much as possible. Boom, spit it out to Blender. Do another pass so that it is actually a 3D object that I can place into the 3D environment. And then the reason why I do this is because then I can have volumetrics, steam, cloud, fog, and light affect the footage, as opposed to trying to match it up in, editing program, whether it's DaVinci or Premiere. So it was kind of out of laziness and also thinking about it, like, if I do it that way, then I don't have to worry about adjusting lighting. And there's one shot that came out really good because it was just using environmental lighting. Like sometimes the footage will be too dark, and then you have to apply an emission to the color, and it'll boom, all the color will pop, but the lighting in the room will not be affected. Like the footage won't be affected by the lighting. But if you don't put the emission on, then all of the light in the room will affect the actual footage. So if the character in the footage walks in front of a light, the light will affect the footage accordingly. It's still a flat plane, so there's tricks you gotta do with that. But for my I would say first real try, I did another video before with the same kind of technique, but not as much. But for the first real try with this one, I'm pretty okay with it. I'm not unhappy. Let's just say that. But anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna release that tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So in Hawaii, that's like tonight, whatever. What is it like? It's 3 hours for. Is it 5? It's 5 hours behind, right? So if it's 6, so it'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. But anyway, whenever you have time, Legend, tomorrow, it'll be there. So check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I'm not making a special YouTube channel for these. I'm putting everything on one YouTube channel. I ain't got it like that, yo. I ain't got it like that. Trying to come up. So that's what's up with that. I played Halo. I played the multiplayer, the flight. Talk about that. What else was there? I mean, there's always console war stuff happening. Most of the time I don't pay attention to it, because it's a lot of it is noise. I mean, sometimes it's entertaining, but honestly, I have been preoccupied with this project, and it feels good. It's 1:12 now, so if it's 1:12 now, 5 hours from now, plus 11, 5 plus 11. Wow. Brain. Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11. So 11 hours from now is when it will premiere, which is 12 o'clock, midnight for you. So that's when it'll premiere. That's actually perfect. Wow. Okay. So yeah, but yeah, don't stay up for that. Come on, son. I know you got to work, son. I know you got to work. So don't worry about it. But yeah, it's if like I put November. It was this Calvin Harris parody that I did 7 years ago, whatever. It's on YouTube. I never took it down. It's not a good song. I mean, the original's a good song. My version's not a good song. The video ain't that good either. I'm gonna be real. And I did it. I'm not one of those guys like, yo, my stuff is hot. Nah. No. I'll tell you straight. If I like something that I've done, I'm be like, that's all right. That's good. I like that. But and then sometimes time, you're like time goes on. You come back to something and you're like, yeah, that wasn't that good. What the hell's wrong with me? And I never felt good about November, but I was just trying. I was like, can I do this? Let me try it. And it was just a goofy little thing, and it's not good at all. It's not good. Anyway, this thing is better, only in that it took a lot more skill to do, and it opens up, in my mind, more possibilities of ideas that I may have that I can say, okay, I got the green screen set up, so I can do pretty much almost anything. I'm thinking about like kind of rigs where I can like hang from the. I have to do this in the garage, but actually I can do it in here. But I hang from the ceiling and just be like floating and stuff or whatever. I'm thinking about that stuff. Like, let's buy a little like climbing harness or something, and do it like that. I was like, maybe that'd be something I'll look into. But baby steps. I'm gonna probably go into facial animation, facial capture animation, and definitely character animation, because some of the stuff that I want to do or would want to do in the future, I can't do it physically, so I'm gonna have to do a CG model. CG stuntman, if you will. But like the next video that I'm gonna do, what is it called? What's that song called? I don't think I named that song yet, but I did the verse. I gotta respit it, but I did the verse already, and it's pretty good. I was like, you know what, that's all right. But I still have to write a hook. I haven't written a hook, and that's gonna be for November. I think I'm gonna put that one out. I'm trying to do a video a month, a music video a month. So this one that's coming out tomorrow that's the big chunky one. That's like the the one in November is going to be shorter. That's about 1.5 minutes or something like that. Shorter video, easier for me to do, so that I can do them, because this one took way too long. it's almost like I did this video twice because I had went back and redid like the Robo girl, and some of the backgrounds added to them and stuff. I had to do a couple of fluid simulations. I was like, oh. And last minute, like a couple of days ago, I was like, oh, I need to add to that. So I added like 3 scenes. So I was, so. And honestly, that's because I didn't plan a lot of stuff. I didn't plan all the shots. Basically, the first draft of this video that I did like last year sometime was the animatic, if you will. And then I took that, I put it all together, and I said, okay, the song is this long. Here's the animatic. And I filled in all the spots where all the shots were, and that's where I started, basically. And then I went back and redid them better. So I think that's not a bad way of doing it, like doing the animatic first and then filling out all the scenes, and then I can go and say, all right, boom, let me make it look good now. So it's kind of interesting how I'm developing my own workflow and stuff. I had a thought in my brain and it just, hey, Bridget B's there. Hi, baby. Bonds, how are you? Yo, I got the Halo infinite invite. Nice. Yes. I played it last night. I played about 5 games. 5. We won the first 3, and then the last 2 we just got rocked. Matt Bradford, I appreciate you. Matty McFly. If you guys don't know, Matty McFly is on a couple of podcasts. He's on VGO, Video Game Outsiders. He's also on, I believe he's still on ZombieCast. I'm not sure. I haven't listened to ZombieCast in a while. I'm sorry, Freeman Daddy. I apologize. Tedekin, I apologize. Tedekin is super Halloween dude, the movie and the actual season, which is now. So check those guys out. Check out zombiecast.net is the site, I believe, and the VGO. I think there's an app on phones and stuff, so you can check. It's Video Game Outsiders. You can check them out. Even though I got beef with John Jacobson. I got some beef with you, son. But I'm gonna let it go. Bonds has also got invited to be Microsoft. Nice. Yeah, I'm an insider on the kindergarten beta. I'm not alpha. I'm not the alpha ring. I'm like just before we drop it, like 2 minutes before we drop it, we'll give it to you. Yeah, I'm not in the alpha ring, but Bridget says, I miss the All Games peep so much. Yeah, well, you could contact Scott Rubin. He's got Nitropod buses. I think he only has 1, but he's Nitropoding it up. Get some ice cream. I was thinking about ordering some ice cream from Scott's, but I don't know if he'll send it to Florida. I mean, I guess he could pack it in some dry ice. Send us some ice cream, some Nitropod scream. Xbox Insider just fixed chat. Oh, word. Yeah, but what happened? But yeah, I guess we could talk about Halo real quick, or not real quick. Okay, so first off, I have never been a Halo multiplayer dude. Okay, let me say that first. Never been a multiplayer dude. It's always a story for me first, and then I'll dip into multiplayer a little bit, see what's up, whatever. But I'm like, I'm an insider. They're opening it up to everybody. Let's go. Let me see what's up, right? Bond says, I have 0 chat capabilities on browser streaming and games. I mean, some of the stuff doesn't work. They said, they give you some money to see if the store stuff that the purchase stuff works, and I bought all the stuff. I have like $500 left or whatever. 500 Cortana bucks. I don't know what they're called. So many lost games because I can't talk to my team. I never talked to my teammates. I did. The first thing was, first let me talk about the store stuff. If you go into the store section on Halo Infinite, the flight, they give you money to, So I bought I bought everything that I could. There was like booster packs and some skins for guns and stuff and some armor pieces. And I bought all that stuff, and I was looking through the menus. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, it worked, so I was like, all right, cool. But as far as like chat and talking, I didn't talk to the teammates. Because one of the games I was playing, dude was in Brazil, I believe, because he was talking Brazil. Brazil is like the child, but I don't know Brazil words. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have my mic on anyway, so whatever, doesn't matter. So first game I played was Big Team Battle, which did they change the name of that? I don't remember, but it's 12 on 12 now. It used to be 8 on 8, now it's 12 on 12. Yo, let me tell you. Bond says I would have to use the app in cell or tablet, create party, and then invite people. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, like they supposedly had that, or going to have that stuff. You know, it's gonna work, but this is the flight, so I would expect that some of the stuff wasn't totally, and some of it wasn't. I forgot what it was. I was in the menus and I was like, oh, this doesn't work, whatever. But it's all good. But the Big Team Battle, it was on Fragmentation. I think it was Fragmentation. The big one. The Big Team Battle on the big one. And like I said, I'm not a Halo dude. I'm not Halo Infinite. I'm not a Halo multiplayer dude, right? I've been seeing all these little clips on Twitter, 15-second, 20-second clips of some crazy freaking grapple shot tricks. This one dude grapple shot, didn't touch the ground for like 5 grapple shots. He's like grapple shot here, grapple shot here, grapple shot. He tried to grapple shot a, not a Banshee. What was it? Is the Dragonfly? What's the UNSC one? The little one. Tried to grapple shot it, missed it, grapple shot at something else before he hit the ground, and then grapple shotted it, stole it. I was like, yo. And then there was one dude that was what did he call it? Snapbacking? I think it was called a snapbacking. Where he grapple shot a dude from behind and then boosh. And just he did it 3 times in a row. I was like, oh no, this game. Just the clips alone are like hyping me up. I'm like, I can't even do that stuff. And I'm like, yo, I can watch clips of that all day. These crazy, and honestly, that is the essence of what made Halo fun from back in the day, from the original Halos. They have turned it up so much that it's like, yeah, I can't. So it's like Crackdown and PS3 Bionic Commando. Cool. I am with it. I guess I wouldn't even say Crackdown because that doesn't even feel. It feels faster. Even for me, because I remember playing Halo 2 multiplayer and I was like, this is slow. After I played like Halo 4 or whatever multiplayer, this is like, if I wasn't paying attention, if I wasn't like, I'd be like, yo, this isn't this about as fast as like everything else, like Apex and Call of Duty, and it feels that way. I'm not sure if it is, but it feels that way because you got sprint. They give you the launch pads. You got the grapple shot. If you pick it up, you hop in a mongoose. It's so. I was like, wow. Legend says, did you get that Series S? No, I didn't get it yet. I'm definitely waiting. I heard the rumors that they're gonna upgrade. They're gonna do a kind of a hardware revision, and I want to see what happens with the hardware revision with the S. And so the earliest that I need to get an S would be next November, because of Starfield. That would be the first game that I would like, oh shoot, I need to get to the next gen. And honestly, by then, hopefully the channel's big enough so I get a little extra nickels, and I can use that money maybe to get a Series X. I would prefer to get a Series X, although, worst comes to worst, I get a Series S, and then down the line I'll get a X, whatever. It's on the shelf, yo. Oh yeah, you can just pick one at Costco. Just go get it. Yeah, I don't have a thing to. I have a BJ's. I have a BJ's. I don't have a Costco membership. Where's the closest? The closest Costco to me is. I actually don't know. I think it's a little bit of ways. I know there's one down on Sample Road, which is about a half an hour from me. It's not far, but I'm not. Honestly, I would feel bad buying that over getting like a graphics card, like extra $100, extra $200. I can get, if it's MSRP, I can get like a 3070. And honestly, that would make my life a lot better. Even though my CPU is hot garbage due to garbage, GPU is what is rendering Blender right now. So if I can get a 3070, slap it in there, bad boy. I could. My computer can limp along for a year or two before I, upgrade all the way. That's the plan. So priorities dictate that Xbox is not number one as far as me getting it versus a graphics card. So that's what's up. That's why I haven't pursued it. I have some change. I have some money set aside for it, but I'm like, I wouldn't feel it would be. I would just thinking about it. I would have buyer's remorse. So I know if I bought it, I would have buyer's remorse because I know that I need more. Because rendering these things, I've been rendering for days and days and days and days, and I had to leave my computer on last night because I was doing my first scene, the 33-second scene. I had to render that over again, and it took like 6 hours. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and this is not 4K. This video, I'm not rendering it in 4K. I'm gonna render it out in DaVinci in 4K, but the native resolution from Blender is 1080p, 24 frames. So if I were to render that whole video out in 4K, I don't know how long that would take. I cannot tell you how long it would take. So yeah, nah. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I need to get my stuff in a row. Legend says, "Come on, bro, treat yourself. You got that Louis the Joy, Louis the Joy money." I wish. What's a little tangent? Talk about Louis the Joy, our Postmaster G. At first I was like, oh, I hate him because like Trump hired him and stuff, and there was supposedly a conflict of interest, but everything that he's been doing, even though it sucks for the customers because we're actually giving worse customer service, as far as monetary and as far as what makes sense for the post office, it's kind of making sense for what he's doing. I mean, broadly speaking, but I don't know exactly what he's doing because people don't talk in the post office. Y'all don't know this. I would have to dig. There's certain people I could talk to, certain supervisors, certain general managers I could probably talk to and get the scoop because they'd be like, they have no filter, and they'd be like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, cool. But that person doesn't work at our post office, and he's not there, and he's not stationed at our post office anymore. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I just look, I do my 8, I hit the gate, I'm out of there. I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to get out of the post office in 10 years. Minimum. The most time I want to spend in the I say 10 years, but actually that's not right because I don't think I'm old enough. I think I have to be 60. So it's more than 10 years. When I think about it, it makes my brain hurt and I'm sad. Bond says, just cause Bionic Commander mercenaries all have grappling capabilities, so to me, it's an easy transmission. We play Halo tonight. I can play a little bit tonight. I'm going to, after the show, I tell you what, after the show, which ends at 9, I'm going to set up my computer to render the music video, because I need to render it to make sure it actually renders for tomorrow. And then I'm going to jump on Halo. If Bridget's not on the TV, she might be watching some something. So if she's not on there, I'll jump on Halo, and we'll play some stuff. This is me on there. Legend says, I'm trapped in that government prison. I can't go nowhere, and they know it. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, you more so than me, even though we're not a governmental branch, but we are. What's the word? We are restricted by the rules of the government. We have to follow the governmental rules. The government statutes, mandates, whatever you want to. They make the rules for the post office. We have to follow, basically. But the difference is we don't get money from the government. We make our own money. So that's where this is like, a whole big debate. And hopefully the Joy does the thing and fixes stuff, because back in the day, I know this is a tangent, but Bonds is watching. Go ahead, watch your football. I'll be around 9:00, man. Don't worry about me. Handle your thug thistle. Next time though, I need that food. I need the delicious food. Yum yums. Okay, thank you. But back in the day, Bush Jr. did some stuff about the pension, prepaying the pension, and that's ever since then we've been, billions of dollars in debt. That's because he passed that law, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's cool for the pension stuff, but there could have been a balance there. I mean, you can't be like, oh, the post office sucks. Like, that's not why. Okay, if you have to pay billions of dollars a year automatically in advance for a 10-year, I forgot what the number is. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just frustrating, and I was like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to go to my job, do my job, get out of my job, go home. That's it. And because I'm a rural carrier, I could bust it out. If I get in there at 7:30, I leave at 12:30. That's it, son. I'm done. Route evaluation don't matter. Did my route, my responsibility done. That's the beauty of rural carriers. City carriers got to sit around, wait around. What time is it? Hide behind some trees and stuff. Take some naps. Not us. We bust it in. Yo, check this out. Almost every time, every day, there's a couple of carriers that bust it out so hard every day. I'm like, yo, I'm not even going through my parcels enough. They're gone on the street. I'm like, I mean, maybe I should start busting it out so I can get home at 12 o'clock every day. But I take my time because honestly, I learned the first day I was out on the route by myself. These kids ran in front of my truck. I was like, yo. And it was dark. It was like the sun was like dark. The sun was dark. That's how dark it was. And these freaking knucklehead kids running, playing follow the lead or whatever. Run right in front of my truck from right-hand drive, left side. Like the worst possible place to run in front of a mail truck. Dark. First time on the route. Alone. I'm freaking out because it's dark. I'm like, man. And that was a good lesson because I was like, that means never rush. Because if I was rushing and not paying attention, I'd have ran them fools over. Boop, boop, boop. What was that? Speed bump. Oh, okay. But kids, I can't fault the kids. Kids are kids. They play and they don't know any better because they don't have a life experience and stuff. Yeah. Legend says, I feel you working for the Defense Logistics Agency is bullshit. The BS is thick. Yeah, the BS and the bureaucracy and all that stuff. Yeah, that was almost okay. I'm not gonna say anything else. Some stuff happens at the PO. Just it's like family. Some of your family members you don't like so much. Some you're like, hey, that's my favorite cousin. So I put on my headphones. I'm usually listening to my tracks because either I'm writing or I'm listening to the vocals. Like, how can I fix it? What can I do? Oh, I'm gonna put that part in there. I'm always kind of working while I'm working, if that makes sense. Or I'm listening to a podcast. And, that's what's up. Legend, I think you should probably do a podcast or something. For real. I'm not joking. Because, you got that cool kind of smooth voice, that Hawaiian flavor, that King's Hawaiian flavor. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even have to be video games, son. It could be like, yo, I'm on the grill. I'm listen to the ribs flap, plop. Or you just be chilling. Make sure though, if it's windy, get one of those microphone things for the wind with the hair on it, because nobody wants to hear nobody wants to hear that. I did a couple videos like that. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. But yeah, man, you should do that. Do something real quick. I was thinking about taking callers and stuff, but I'm not ready for that. Not yet. And that's not my priority right now. Like this podcast isn't the super priority. You know what I mean? I do it because I've been doing it for 11 years. And I'm nowhere. I'm nothing. And that's okay. Because it's not why I do it. Even more so than ever, it's not why I do it. And sooner or later I will reveal why I do this. Why I started is a different story, but why I'm doing it now, why I'm jumping into music even more so now, there's a reason why I'm doing it. 2 reasons really, but anyway, that's not important right now. What is important? Halo. Let's talk about Halo real quick. I know I was gonna talk about Halo and I diverged, but Halo, like I said, not a multiplayer dude that we played. I played first was Big Team Battle, 12 on 12. Then it was Capture the Flag. I think it was a couple of Capture the Flags. and then no, it was a capture the flag, and then it was it's not called control point, but it was the ABC. Gotta capture the control points, and then you have to capture all three, and then it switches. You get the point, and then it goes. Then the control points move, and then you do it again. You do it. It's like first to three or something like that. And I like Big Team Battle the best. I used to like Capture the Flag better, but I'm just not. I'm not good. I'm not good at all. I had so many freaking deaths that kept killing my ass. I was like, whatever. But I wasn't like frustrated. I was like, and it just feels. I mean, that was I jumped straight into multiplayer. I didn't do the academy. I didn't do no practice. I didn't do the bots. I did the bots at the end. I was like, let me go. And I think it was on not Zanzibar. What is it called? The one that's like Zanzibar in the little village. It was all bots. And they were kind of messing me up too. I was like, damn, these bots are kind of tough. Because I suck. And I was just trying to mess up with. I was trying to see, okay, what's the equipment button? Grapple shot. What's this? Okay, I was just trying to feel my way around the controls because, I don't play FPSs like that. Like especially competitive multiplayer. I don't play them like that. I'm usually story dude. So, and that's funny. Like I'm the story dude. I should be all up in Sony's grill, all up in their stuff like that. But honestly, Last of Us 2, I'm like, nah, I don't want to play that. Cause it's like going to see a movie, right? You're like, I want to see a movie. Do you want to see Spider-Man? Or do you want to see, Halloween? I'm more of a Spider-Man dude over Halloween. Oh, Halloween, John Carpenter. I could chill with that, But I just rather, it's not games are escapism, right? And I want to escape to a place that makes me feel good, happy, rainbows and butterflies inside, warm inside. I don't want to be scared for the most part. If I want to be scared, I'm probably gonna watch a scary movie because they get to the point. 2 hours, you're done. Meanwhile, you play a scary video game. It's like, I started playing Evil Within, the first one, and I was like, okay, this is creepy, but I don't feel like playing this game. Bon says, so you would play the bots of Unreal Tournament? No, I never played Unreal Tournament. I wasn't the Unreal. When I jumped on the Epic games, I never played Unreal. I played I didn't even play. I played Doom, kind of, sort of, but I played Gears before I played any of the id stuff. But not even Wolfenstein. I maybe I remember looking at. I think I might have played like a demo of it way back in the day, but I was like, I don't care. But I definitely played. I definitely played Gears before I played any of the Unreal stuff, Unreal Tournament, and then I never really played Unreal Tournament. I think I may have played one match, and I was like. It wasn't for me. Although if they do remake it, I'll check it out. I'm not above it or anything. I'm just like, it was just wasn't for me. But like Halo's a whole different beast. Like you look at Halo multiplayer, and you look at I was gonna say Doom, but they didn't really do anything for the last two. But you look at Unreal, you look at Gears. They're all different. But Halo is like, and even you look at Apex, you look at Fortnite, you look at Counter-Strike. You look at freaking PUBG. They're all. The battle royales are similar. They're similar, but Halo is still different. It's still not. They're still. It's Halo. It's hard to explain. I guess a lot of people are like, oh, it's like what's that game with the rocket jets? Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I was like, yeah, this is like Halo. So, like, if I were to extrapolate from my multiplayer experience of Halo, the Halo Flight that I played yesterday, about 5 matches. I know they said if you played 10 matches, you get some kind of reward. You get a badge or something. And I was like, that's cool. Maybe I'll get it tonight, get another 5 matches in to get the free thing when it comes out. I don't know. Who cares? Who knows? It's not really that big of a deal for me. But anyway. But if I were to extrapolate from my experience with the multiplayer of Halo Infinite Flight, Bond says I can't do the newer age battle arena games. They're alright. Anyway, if I were to extrapolate, because I've always felt that the single player campaign was always kind of, I don't want to say a step above or anything like that, but it feels, for me, it feels a little bit better. It feels a little more, how would you say? It feels a little more focused, obviously, but it's more not goal driven, but it's a campaign. So you have chapters, you have goals, you have missions, if you will, and that's just more of a structure that I'm down with. As far as you being chief, you got to do some stuff. You have this new AI that is a Cortana variant, basically, which is cool, which is super smart. And so now Cortana is branched off. Basically, you have Crazy Cortana over here, OG Cortana, and then you have version 2, V2 Cortana, and it's cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now with it being an openish world, I would say, a more giant sandbox. You can go anywhere and do anything. I guess that's how it works. It feels, I'm interested, and so when you play the multiplayer, it's crazy. It's crazy hectic. It's way more hectic than single player would be, for the most part. But it gives you a taste of the cadence of the battle loop that Bungie started with the first Halo, and I'm gonna say it, 343 has improved upon. I'm a hold judgment on the perfected part, but playing the multiplayer has been the best Halo has ever been as far as multiplayer. Because I played all the multiplayer, I just didn't play a lot of it because I was like, I played it, okay, it's good. The older multiplayers were always slower to me. Felt slow. I don't remember 5. I mean, 5 was a little faster because they put the clamber. They had the superpowers and all that stuff, and they took a lot of that stuff out. But you don't miss it because they made it faster and it feels good. Bond says they feel empty, the battle arena stuff. Yeah. I mean, are you talking about the battle royale, or are you talking about the other stuff like the Halo? I think it was Halo 5 that had the arena stuff. I didn't like that. I mean, that was okay. It was like a game show type of stuff. It was all right. I didn't prefer it. I always like the big team battle, or they used to call it Warzone. I don't know what they're calling it now, but yeah, man, I was surprised. I was like, I was like, let me just jump in, and then okay, so you have the play experience of Halo Infinite Flight. It was better than I thought it would be, and it was the best kind of experience that I've had in Halo multiplayer to date, ever since I've been playing Halo multiplayer. So let's talk about the other things, namely the graphics and the music and sound. Okay, so we can start with the music and sound. Excellent. So crispy, so yummy. It almost feels like Halo Infinite ASMR, but it's a battle happening. Cause like I'm like here, and you hear in the background, you hear explosions and stuff. You don't hear any voices, but you hear all the gunfire and stuff. And it's like, okay, they did a pretty good job with that. But then you hear everything up close, and it's all crispy and yummy, and it's like, yo, this is some good ass audio. Every gun sounds good. I'm like, man, I need to learn what EQ you got on that, cause I need to steal some of your secrets. And then the music. I think they got like 4 composers or something. Yo, the music. I mean, you take the whatchamacallit, grandfathered in, or the original Halo stuff out of this equation right now. That's Halo, right? But they've got some other tracks on here. Like when you're in the customizing place in the menu, and they kind of cycle through different shots. Like you have your armor, and then they go to like a vehicle bay, and they show like all the different vehicles and stuff, and then they go and show some guns, and then they keep kind of flipping through all that stuff just as a background. And it's not like a static scene. It's like 3D rendered, and it's all moving and stuff. And the music was just playing and looping. I was sitting there for minutes, like, yo, this music is like Marty O'Donnell who, like, and maybe he did some of those that I'm talking about. But yo, I was like, yo, this music right here. I'm like, I don't remember me liking the music in Halo as much as I'm liking this music right now. And this is just menu music. So I'm like, okay, check on the sound effects. That's yummy for me. That's so crispy and clean, so good. Check on the music. I haven't heard a bad musical track on the Halo Infinite flight yet. So I'm like, I don't think there's nothing that I don't like yet. Mind you, I'm playing on Xbox One X. And I'm playing on Look Pretty mode. I'm not playing on performance mode. I think I might do that tonight. I'm playing performance mode, but I'm playing on Look Pretty mode, so it looked real good. I was like, yo, speaking of graphics. The graphics look really good. Once again, I'm playing on a One X. I'm not even playing on a Series X. And I'm like, this kind of looks like a next-gen game on my last-gen console. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, okay, this is what Naughty Dog has been doing. This is what Santa Monica has been doing on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro last gen. That's what they did. They made these games look so good that you think you're on and use like another level. That's what Halo Infinite is right now on an Xbox One X. I was like, yo, this is what you needed to do last generation. And the fact that it is on last gen, and I'm playing it, and it plays the way it does, and it feels the way it does, and I'm like, I don't see a problem with this being a cross-gen game, because I'm like, yo, I'm kind of blown away with it as playing it on a last-gen system. I'm blown away. So just imagine it on next-gen, high fidelity, high frame rate, all the good stuff. I'm like, I can't. When I did that little video say Halo was back, that was just hyperbole because I hadn't played it. Now, Halo's back. If you go on Twitter, you don't see no Craig memes no more. No, you don't. You know why? Because people have played Halo Infinite, and they can't say nothing bad about it. All I see, like I said before, all I see is these little clips. Boom, a clip here, a clip there, and people are grapple shotting, and they're doing all these crazy stuff, and I'm like, I remember back in the day, that's what they used to do. They used to show these little clips of Halo doing a grenade jump and all that stuff. And I'm like, what? You throw a grenade and it explodes, and you jump on the explosion and you get really high? That's crazy. How did people figure that out? They did. And now you got grapple shot. That throws a whole nother dynamic in there. And I'm like, yo, they need when Ford hits, forget about it. Yo, somebody's, I don't know. I think COD might lose some players or something, because Halo. Look, imagine a match where it's all grapple shots, and I don't know the freaking javelin. It's not javelin. It's the freaking gun that shoots freaking rocket spears or whatever it is. They could do so many crazy things with that. With Forge, it's gonna be ridiculous, and I'm glad they delayed. I'm glad they delayed it, because if like the quality that Halo Infinite is at right now with these flights, with these test flights, that's the quality that needs to continue to be there at that level with every single aspect of the game moving forward. Whether it's Forge, whether it's campaign, anything they add to this game needs to be where it's at now. If they go below, nah. So delay it. Let's go. Delay it until it's where this is at right now. Even though this isn't even like full featured, what they got right now, it's like it's a magic trick. Do you believe in magic? Sony would love to have a game like this first party on PlayStation. And I'm not saying that the Last of Us factions, it might be good, but I don't know, man. I don't think they could dethrone what Halo has become. That says, I think it's all about Battlefield right now. I just bought it. Battlefield is, I'm gonna be real. Battlefield is gonna be top because it's like it's the right time period, as far as like 2042. It's like a little bit future, but not really that far. Because Call of Duty just literally gave Battlefield. They said, here, you take it this year, and they're doing World War II, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, I don't even care. I barely care about World War II anymore, or World War One or anything. Nope, and I believe that's the sentiment across the industry right now. Game players, they'll play it, but honestly, Call of Duty, they're playing Warzone. They're not gonna play the campaign. You know what I mean? I think what COD is doing, and what Activision is doing with COD, is they're fragmenting their audience. With the Warzone, they fragmented their audience, and they lost the synergy between the campaign and the multiplayer. Even though COD, I don't even know what it's called. Even though that game may have a multiplayer component, everybody who was playing multiplayer is now playing Warzone. They're not playing the Call of Duty, this year's Call of Duty's multiplayer. They're playing Warzone. So, or they're playing something else, So, I think what they need to do is be more in tune with Warzone when they're coming up with these Call of Duty games. Yes, you can have a separate campaign, sure, but you need to have a connective tissue between the campaign and Warzone, and take the multiplayer. If you still want to do those multiplayer features and those multiplayer, incorporate that into Warzone. You take Warzone, right, and you take all the multiplayer elements of a Call of Duty game that would be released yearly. You put that into Warzone, and Warzone pretty much stays the same. You could tweak it here or there, or change it to accommodate whatever's happening in Call of Duty campaign. But you can be more connective with the other multiplayer modes, zombies and all that stuff, and just have that within the whole Warzone thing. So the Warzone plus multiplayer is that's where all your multiplayer guys are going to be. And then you have the campaign separate. Charge $40-$50 or whatever. Since they're charging $70 now, right? 70? Yeah, 70. Now, charge 50 because it's just campaign. You can still make your money. It's just, I don't see it. I don't see COD. COD is going down, even though it's still a good game, whatever. But it's not where it was. It peaked a while ago. I think it peaked at Advanced Warfare, to be honest, or was it Black Ops 4, whatever it was. I don't know. I lost track, but they were in trouble when they started doing remakes of COD 4 and all that stuff. It's like, I think they ran out of ideas. But Battlefield right now is like at a point where it's like, you saw the trailer. They got the big tornadoes happening, dynamic kind of environments and levolution, if you will, but not that. So I'm like, all right. The fact that there's no campaign, I think hurts it a little bit. If that had a full-fledged campaign with all the different elements that they're introducing into their multiplayer, that junk would be hot as I would be crazy. I would probably play that campaign. But like I said, I'm not a super multiplayer dude. I play Halo because I was like curious. It's like, all right, that's pretty good. But yeah, I don't have the bandwidth to go through all the multiplayer. I played Fortnite for like 2 seconds. I was like, I don't care. I think it was number 2 at one point. And PUBG, same thing. I was number 2, second place. I got the leftovers. I got the doggy bag. I didn't get the chicken dinner. So it's all good though, But it's it's not a shame because Activision right now is in the doghouse. They're hot garbage. Bobby Kotick. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a big giant corporation. They got a slap on the wrist again. What did they pay out? $18 million. Whatever. I'm like, what? It frustrates me when you hear stories like this, the stories that have been surrounding Activision, and they get slaps on the wrist. They pay a little bit of money, whatever, and nothing changes. The industry is not going to change. The only thing that will hurt them is their bottom line. And people are like, oh, let's boycott Activision, boycott COD, boycott blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, that's not going to work, because boycotts don't work, and they only hurt ultimately, they only hurt the devs, because if a game does poorly, they don't make money, they don't make the money that they said they were going to make or wanted to make or whatever, projections and all that stuff, then they will downsize the studio or close the studio. They're not going to be like, oh, Bobby Kodak's taking a pay cut. No. They're going to fire people. So boycotting doesn't work. What will work is other companies changing or not being like Activision, right? That. And then that same company making a game like Battlefield that will smack Call of Duty right down the street into the gutter. And then you say, oh, snap, Battlefield is better. And they're not douchebags. But let's go over there. You know? And there's something to be said about being a good guy, if you will. Like, I know there were a lot of people, there were ponies saying this, but a lot of people were saying, oh, this kumbaya stuff that Phil Spencer says, nah, let's be, you know, this is the industry, it's dog eat dog and all that stuff. Be the behemoth. That's a Zaire. And I'm like, I mean, you could do that. And you could be the big bad bully, just stomping people and taking over stuff. You can take that route. Or you can be a fair company, I would say. Try to be a fair company. Strive to being a fair company. And when I say fair, I mean, you know, you're fair to your employees. You're fair to the stockholders. Money interests and all that stuff. You're fair to your partners, whatever they be, third party, second party partners in business. Fair to the customers, just fair all around. And you'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about the job that you're doing, hopefully, if you're successful. And no one will be like mad at you that is involved within that whole circle of fairness, if you will. The people that would be mad at you are the people who aren't within the circle and the people who are envious of your success in the way that you've achieved it. You know what I mean? So, like the bullies or whatever, they'll get mad at you because their bullying isn't as successful as your being a fair and balanced person, if you will. Legend says, I feel you on the Activision joint. 18 million is probably what they make in a week. This is BS. Yeah. You know. And the stories like that pop in and out, different, whether it's Ubisoft, Activision, different companies, corporations. And I see it, I acknowledge it, but I don't go on Twitter and say, this is, but I don't waste any extra energy of my little brain because it's almost like a broken record. It is part of capitalism, and I recognize it, and I see the powerful people taking advantage of the system that is afforded to them within our society, America specifically, United States of America specifically. And they're taking advantage of the legal system, the court systems, judges, lawyers, all that stuff. So I can't get mad. I mean, I could get mad at the fact, the actual behavior, yes. But I cannot be mad at the fact that they have found a way within, legally, mind you, they have found a way to get out of certain, circumstances and situations. And that, if you have the money, you can get out of most things. I wouldn't say all things, but most things. Honestly, if you have not screwed anybody over or made anybody mad, like powerful people, right? And you have the money, then you could probably get away with pretty much anything. Besides murder and all that stuff, no. There's a line, obviously. I mean, even that does, you get away with that too. But it's trying to be not realistic, but money is one of the things that makes other things go away. So, and that's the thing. Like, say if there's, I don't know, if there's 18 people in that lawsuit that they paid out 18 million, everybody gets $1 million, right? Minus lawyer's fee and taxes and all that stuff. Maybe you get 500,000. Who knows? If it's less, you get more. If less people, you get more of the money. So honestly, if I was in a situation and they were gonna pay me $1 million after taxes, like I said, it's about the money. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not taking that money. I want them to go down. I'm like, yo, I think I need $1 million right now to, be all right. And honestly, if one of the 18, let's just say it was the 18, would take their money and put it towards something that would, I mean, not like a organization to, let's bring down the evil capitalist corporations. No, but affect change in a way that you can say, okay, well, instead of just saying, oh, this is my organization that brings awareness to this, that, and the third. I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. Bringing awareness to things is important, but people forget and say, oh yeah, I remember they said something. Flutters away like a butterfly in the wind. So bringing awareness to things is fine. Doesn't mean it's going to change anything. Like I said, money is the root of change. And if you want to change corporations, businesses, business practices, behaviors, you have to hit them in the wallets. And it has to be an effective way of doing it, right? So, but anyway, this isn't money talk, and I'm definitely not the person that talking about money talk like that. I'm the video game dude. Talk about Halo. I talked about the Artful Escape before. That was a pretty dope game. Play that. If you haven't played the Artful Escape, play it. Halo. What else? I downloaded Avengers. I haven't started it yet because I started downloading it last night, and my internet's slow, so I was like, I'll just leave that on. But I was like playing Halo, so I was like, Avengers, who? But I'm gonna play through the story of Avengers. I'm not playing multiplayer in Avengers. They can kiss my and that's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. Some games I'll play the single player thing, like Tomb Raider. I think it was I don't know if it was Rise. I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider. Had a multiplayer component. I think I may have played one match, and I was like, done. That's a single player game. That's what's up. So, same thing with Avengers. Same freaking studio made it. So, and Tomb Raider. So I'm like, I'm gonna play that. I think it was the same studio. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm gonna play Avengers when it comes out. I mean, when I download it. Not tonight though. I'm gonna play some Halo tonight. Maybe I'll start it tonight. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So that I was downloading something else. I don't remember. That's the thing about Game Pass. I'm like, oh snap, that's on. I'm like, yo, I think I need a bigger hard drive because I don't have enough room. I gotta keep deleting stuff because I'm like, I'm gonna get to that. I gotta delete these things. I mean, I could always upload it again and then play it wherever it took off because cloud saves and stuff, so it's all good. But yeah, man, that's what's up. I mean, I don't think I have too much else to go over. But I mean, let me look at the stories. There have been stories, but I haven't been paying attention. Actually, let me go on Twitter. Let me go on Twitter real quicker. Twitter twats, zoobity zaps, zoom 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 gap. I need a drink. What's poppin'? Hey, look at Sheena Murray. Hey, look at Sheena Murray. She is a very popular singer, songwriter, actor. I think she is going. Excuse me. I think she's going to be performing in a play soon. So I'll give you the deets on that. If she gives me the deets, I'll give you the deets. So y'all could be go to see her. Those are words. Let's see what's popping on Twitter real quick. It's getting harder for me to retweet gamers in Japan who buy Xbox Series X's too many to keep up. I'm glad Japan is embracing feels like 360 days. Yeah, that's true. I want to see Japan. Nope. Xbox due to Game Pass, a Japanese chain has stopped selling consoles. What? What does that mean? Has evolved and let me read this. But I did notice that I was checking it out. I was looking at Twitter. I think it was today or yesterday, and it was all these Japanese languaged posts, tweets, and I was like, I can't read that, and it was all Xbox Series S, Series S, Series S. I was like, oh, and due to the Game Pass, again, a Japanese chain has stopped selling. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Xbox Game Pass has evolved enormously since it launched. First available only on consoles, then it also arrived on PC, and finally also on the cloud, becoming freely usable also on iOS and Android mobile devices, blah, blah, blah. Surprising news from the Rising Sun this morning. Geo, a well-known Japanese retail chain, stopped selling Xbox consoles in its stores. The fault, apparently, would be Game Pass, since it is no longer necessary to own an Xbox to play the house titles, which would be a major disincentive to purchase. Currently, the only chains that still sell Xboxes in Japan are Yoshida Camera and Amazon Japan. Geo's drastic decision may also have been encouraged by the Xbox's poor success in the Rising Sun. Despite having always been present in the Japanese market, the Xbox brand has always struggled to break through, according to the data shared updated 26 to 2031. Since the launch last November, they have been sold 32 milla. Since the launch last November, they have been sold 32 milla Xbox Series X and 62 milla Xbox Series X's against 900,000 PlayStation 5s. What the hell is milla? I mean, 900, is that 32,000? Is that what that is? And why would they say 1,000 here? And what the hell is milla? Let me look at these charts. What's this? That's not even that's freaking plumbing stuff. What am I doing? Go back. 6 games will be removed from the game. I don't understand milla. Can anybody know about this? Let me just do this. Yeah, no kidding. The hell's Miller? Oh, Bing. Oh, but gosh, that's why. That's why I'm on Bing. How dare I? Do 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 do. Xbox Japan. Oh no, Xbox Series S. XS. XS. Japan sales. Let's see if they have any numbers on that. That's July though. That's June, excuse me. Xbox Series X is seeing phenomenal growth in Japan. No, seriously? Okay, I want a more up to date story. March, June, July, September. PlayStation has declined in Japan, potentially presenting May, July, November. Oh, that's last year. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, I saw a lot of that stuff today, so it's interesting. Months ago, I posted tweets on consumers in Japan buying Xbox Series X and S. I've received so many backlashes. Individuals start comparing with sales charts. Right now, after Tokyo Game Show, it seems like more and more consumers continue to buy Xbox. Momentum is growing strong. I mean, honestly, it's the price. It's that price, that $299. Forget about it. I mean, I want to buy one because it's a good deal. This is what I've been saying. It's like, I'm like, translation. There we go, translated. The oldest child said he wanted an Xbox Series S. It seemed that he wants to play Fortnite on Xbox. Shall I buy it at Yodobashi? Gaming monitor, keyboard, mouse set? I wonder if I will go to Yodobashi on my way home from work tomorrow and have my birthday present packed. Can I get some... What, do I have to click on it to get a translate? Yeah. My child is also doing Fortnite with one. Children good at it. Children are good at it. It's easy to take a Bikuroi. I don't know how to say that. Sorry. I gave up on the mission for a year because it was a mess of architecture. I don't know what that translate. Children these days are improving quickly, aren't they? Okay. Let's keep it moving. Really treats Xbox. Square Enix really treats Xbox as a stepchild or homeless person. They basically act like Xbox doesn't exist. Really? Oh, here's the thing I wanted to talk about. It is the rumors of, well, first of all, the initiative hiring Crystal Dynamics to work on Perfect Dark. Perfectly fine. I believe that is a, if you were to break it down and think about it, and you think about what Microsoft is trying to achieve, they're trying to make a really good AAA game, right? And they have the initiative, which is a 70 to 75 person team. So what they do is, with that 75 people, they write the story, they write the scripts, they do all the they do the voice talent, the dialogue, the motion capture, all that stuff is within the 75, plus the people they hire for the actors and stuff, but 75 core, right? And they get the musicians, all that stuff, music, everything within the 70 can make a game. A 1 hour game, maybe. That's the thing. You need scale. You need bodies to make all these levels, all these things. They can plan it all out. The 70 people can plan a super dope, crazy, quintuple A game, but they don't have enough manpower to implement all the things they need to do within the scope of that game. This is a huge scope, or it's a big game. All this, they need more bodies to actually, hey, you're doing this level. You're doing these trash cans. That's all you're going to do. And they're the best trash cans ever. You're doing all the billboards. You're doing all the neon. You need all these people. And you hire a very good studio to do it. That's what you do. You don't say, oh, let's get 59, let's get 14 scrub-like studios, hot garbage doo-doo indie studios, and maybe them combined can give us what we need as far as quality. Or you hire one quality studio to do all of the heavy lifting as far as we need some levels. We need, I'm sure they have they have all of the elements to make the game. Level designers, all that stuff. They just need the bodies to make the actual stuff. They say, okay, here's this level. You do this one. Here's another level. You do that one. We have 59 levels, but we don't have enough people to do all these in a reasonable time. So they can take a year or 2 years with the core 70, get the game from the rooter to the tutor, everything straight, boom. This is the game. And then they go hire Crystal D, AAA studio. Go ahead. Y'all knock out the stuff. But it's all laid out. It's all, boom. All they have to do is dole out chores. Dole out, here's your instructions. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do. It's so smart because, like I said, they could do 2 years of quote-unquote pre-production, and then when it goes into making the main game, maybe a year, not a year, but 2 years. Well, let's say a year and a half and a year and a half at best. but I would say 2 years for the main game. So it's 2021. This game ain't coming out until fall 2023. That's my estimation. I give them 2 years, and they just announced it. They've been working on it. I'm gonna say they probably been working on it for a minute. Well, I actually know what, I take that back because, well, they had, when they announced it, they had to do the negotiations, contracts, and all that stuff. Get Square Enix to sign off on all that stuff because they're a Square Enix studio. So, but yeah, well, you got questions? What's the questions, Legend? What's up? Am I still streaming? Yeah, I'm still streaming. Beep boop 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 boop. But yeah, I didn't even watch any of the Tokyo Game Show. I need to go back and watch it. Let's see what this. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Oh, hell. Tokyo Game Show. Look at that. That's kind of a cool robot. I was honestly thinking about doing a mech. It would be way better than this because I would do CG and Blender. So, this isn't bad, but this is garbage. I don't like the X on the face. That's okay. That's dumb. Let's just slap an Xbox 360 on his freaking leg. Like, no. The controller feet and light, that's alright. That's alright. I think it can. Oh, that's the S right there. I think I could do a better job. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do a better job. Yeah, okay. I just saw the OG Xbox. So that's pretty good too. Okay. Oh, I see the original Xbox. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to turn. I'm starting to turn. You know what's wrong with this? I think the coloring isn't good. Like if Chambra would have done this, Chambra is he's an artist from Australia. He's on Instagram. Chambra, Chambra. He's good. His art looks like cells from an animated movie, except ultra super crazy dope fly. When I just saw his art like years and years ago, I was like, yo, did he take that from an anime or something like that? I mean, like a good anime. I ain't talking about a little crappy anime. But his colors are so bananas. That's what makes his art pop. Because he does like a thing where he does like the stages. So it's like super rough, then a semi-rough, and then the cleaned up lines. And the cleaned up lines is super plain. It's like, oh, I can draw that. And then the colors stratosphere. It's like way better. So yeah, what did happen on the Tokyo Game Show? I don't even know. What is this? I mean, we can play this. No sound though. Let's see what it is. I don't know what is it. Oh, it's a commercial. Are we gonna do Battle of the Ads Part 2, Tokyo Game Show Edition? There's some Asian people there. Oh no! Look at his hair. Look at his haircut. Hold up, mate. Wait, did I go far? No, I didn't go far enough. Him, that guy. What is this? What is this? Come on, son. Nah. Is that what's going on? Is the millennials, they getting the mo? They getting the bowl cut? Come on, son. I'm at the other shot. I can't. What is that? Is that cool? I mean, I'm not cool, but I couldn't get it. I don't have hair like that. I mean, my grandmother was basically half an Asian. She had some good hair. She did not go bald. I was like, dang, she got hair. But not me. Look at I have. What am I doing those? That's bad. That's racist. That's okay. Well, actually, that's Japanese, so they're my enemy, right? Tokyo Game, yeah. I mean, genetically speaking, I think they are. For what they did to my people. But I ain't gonna hate. I ain't gonna bring generations of history into the... Okay, what else is... I don't... Alright, so this is what this is, basically. This is an ad for the Asian market. I'm gonna say Japan specifically, since it's Tokyo Game Show. Is this a good... Is this a good ad? I mean, it's no playing chess. it's a little more. I was gonna say utilitarian, but that's not the word. I think it's a little more digestible, understandable, relatable. And that's one thing I would say about Xbox. They've always been like the company to not play it. I mean, play it safe in regards to. I would say they're playing it safe in regards to the Japanese market because they want to blow up in there. So they're like, okay, what do we do? You know, how do we market this? What do we what colors do we show? What don't we show? Blah blah blah. You know. And you know they always do a montage of the games. That's fine. That's what's up. That's what you do. Um, and that's important, I think, because just showing people or showing a concept of people playing chess and it's PlayStation play has no limits, and you're like you showed no gameplay for 3 minutes. What was this? Some short film, student short film? It was cool, but you trying to sell me some games to play? You need to show some games. You want me to buy your system to play the games that you play? Just show the games. I don't care what the system look like. Show the game. I mean, I do sometimes because sometimes the system's too big and it causes problems. This guy, Jesus. That was fun. It wasn't really fun. Maybe I'll listen to the actual sound the next time. Oh, I messed up. I wanted to stay on. I wanted to stay on. Oh, I'm my legend. No, I was just saying I didn't know what that thing you were talking about Japanese. Oh, it was it's just a bunch of I don't know, people in Japan buying Xbox Series S's and stuff. Legend says that chess promo was an awful waste of time. Waste of time. Yeah, I mean, I went through on my video of the Battle of the Ads. I said that it was a cool concept and a cool short film, but as a commercial, as an ad for PlayStation, it sucked. And they've always done this. If you look at the history of the PlayStation ads, they've always been disjointed and disconnected from games, specifically their games that they're trying to push in order for you to buy a console. I think I don't want to call that a problem. It's something that some people like. They're like, oh, I like the crazy, stupid ads. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but they're not doing the ads are not doing their job. They're not selling me on a PlayStation because they ain't showing me no games. You know how you sell how you sell a system? You show a game that somebody wants to play. Like, yo, what is that? I want to play that. They go, PlayStation. At the end, like, guess I'm getting a PlayStation. You know, that's it. I went to the arcade. I said, I want to play that. And guess who? I said that many times throughout the years. And most of the time, it was a Sega game. And that made me buy a Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, 32X. I bought all the Segas till they stopped Sega in. You know, that's what's up. They sold me on the games, not anything. And I know goofy commercial. Even the Genesis does what Nintendo don't. That was cute, but I wasn't like, yeah, that's why I like Sega. I was like, nah, I don't care. I was playing Phantasy Star 2, boy. I was like, boom. I was about to sing the song, but I was actually thinking about the original Phantasy Star. That says, no, man, you don't get it. PlayStation now has a chess exclusive. 2022 Sony West Side. I said it before. If they made that game, that would be tight. Make that chess game an open world chess game, but the people, you have characters that are actually the chess pieces. Come on, son, that's dope. You got pawns, you got the queen, you got the king, you got the bishops, you got magic powers and stuff. You got the rooks, you know what I'm saying? The big boy rooks. That would be dope and stuff. You got the knights. Come on, son, the game. It's literally a game. And I'm like, they had the concept of a short film. Why isn't that game made? Have it in a city. Have it kind of, I don't want to say it like a chessboard, but you can have it segmented half and half. Chess Arena Edition. It doesn't even have to be I mean, I guess technically it would be an arena, but it would be like the size of a city, a big city. Actually, you know what? Each square on a chessboard would be a city block, right? So you could go boop, 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 boop. How many squares in a chessboard? Is it wait, rook, bishop. I'm sorry, rook, bishop, rook, bishop, knight, king, queen, rook, bishop, knight. Is it 8? Gotta look it up. Gotta look it up. I think it's 8, right? It's 8 by 8. Chessboard. Look it up. Look it up. Oh, it's right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 by 8. So 8 by 8 blocks, 16 blocks. Well, 16 square blocks. If each block is a mile, can they do 16 square miles in open world? I think they can. That'd be dope. Come on, son. I mean, you can make it. You can make it procedurally generated city, but still have the territories half and half. So, or not half and half, but like the first, two. It's like a chessboard. The first 2 rows on each side would be territories, and then the middle 4 rows going up would be neutral, and then you taking over each block or whatever, and then you. Yo, I'm making a game for y'all. Who's gonna make this game? I'm gonna have to. Look. I might have to pitch this to Rafa and the team, and we make our city chess royale. Chess royale. I think chess. Good chess arena edition, chess 99, chess pro league, chess battle royale, last piece standing, chess tower defense. No, not tower defense. I mean, you could probably put some tower defense aspects, like maybe you put a gun turret on a tower or something like that, or maybe some snipers you assign. But no. I think it needs to be just the 16 pieces. So all the the 8 pawns and the other generals behind them. You know what I mean? And then they make their moves, and they're not like, I would say. I mean, there would have to be modifications. Like the pawns do have limited, or they're slower moving, and like maybe the queen. Well, the bishop is like in a helicopter or something, so he can go across, diagonally. Wow, diagonally. The queen has, I don't know. You get into the weeds as far as that. So I'm just spitballing off the brain, but I think it can be done. You can't pitch that Sony got it locked down. You get sued. Try to break that exclusive. Sony paid $7 billion for the chess license. If that were true, sure, but I don't think they did. And besides, it's not a game. They just made a short film. They just made a commercial. If somebody steals that, hires all the same actors to be in their battle royale, and it's not Sony, guess what? So sad, too bad. You lost it because it's a game and it's not a film. Sorry. It's the same reason why Spider-Man can be in the Avengers, or Spider-Man can be in whatever that game is with the other Marvel game. That was a trailer for a chess movie. Welcome to the chess universe. Chess universe. The CCU, the chess cinematic universe, the Sony's chess cinematic universe, the SCCU. But that's a good idea, man. I like that idea. I have to sit on it. I'll have to ruminate. I have to think about that. I wish somebody would make it. I wish that I could be. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say, oh well, I said it on here, so somebody probably had the idea to actually make that a game already based off of what they saw from the Sony ad. So I can't be the first one. I can't be. But if I am, proof. It's on YouTube. It's not on YouTube. It's on Twitch. It's on Facebook. I have documentation. Maybe I'll download this just to have it hard copy of the audio. That would be dope, though, man. That would be dope. I'm sorry, I'm losing energy. I think I'm gonna call it short tonight. Call it short tonight. I'm gonna shorten it tonight. Shorten it. I can't talk words anymore. But I think I'm gonna call it tonight because I am super tired and I want to start rendering this video and I need to eat some food and stuff. So I think I'm gonna do that. Unless something pops into my head really quickly. I don't think. Oh, hold up. You know we gotta watch that Forza Horizon though. I'm sorry. Sorry. Always gotta watch the Forza Horizon, baby. Oh, it's these goofballs. Ay, arigato. I wish I could speak and read. Was it kanji? Or I don't know the different whatever. I'm dumb. Yeah, this is the same stuff they've been showing forever. Looks good though. Still looks good. His hair is especially swoopy. You see, it's like somebody did a side uppercut to his hairstyle. Look at those graphics. I don't know what kind of magic sauce that Playground Games is doing, but this game is ridiculous. That looks so good. I mean, their games have always looked good. I mean, going back to the first Forza Horizon, it don't look that good. But, yo, look at this game. I'm like, wait, that's the game? It looks so good. And the thing is like, I'm going to be playing it on Xbox One X for now. And it's still going to look not as good as this, obviously, but it's still going to look real good. Look at them with their surfaces. It's like, yeah, we want to sell everything. They want to sell all the Microsoft products. People are like, yo. People in Japan be like, yo, what is that on the table? It's so small and cute and small. Oh, that's the Microsoft Surface. Ooh. So, drooling. I'm drooling. Oh, they're trying to pimp out the... I guess he's playing on cloud. I played Forza on the cloud. I think I played Forza Horizon 4 on cloud. The lag is not the best to play, but it's a casual game, so it's all good, but it's not the best. It's not the best. Yeah, especially when you're used to playing natively. I mean, you could play it. You could probably get used to it, but, you know, it's not the best. That being said, the fact that it exists, and the fact that they're pushing this technology and not quitting, and they have this, you know, they have the infrastructure, the Azure infrastructure. It's crazy. Back for Blood. Starfield. What's that? What's this one? Oh, that's just a commercial, probably, right? Hey, look at your boy, Todd. Look at your boy, Todd. Hey, we are search man. Look, I have my Microsoft shirt on. Oh wow, it's the green screened out. Boop, boop. Cool. Oh shoot. The thing is, it's like people are like, oh, that's not in game. It is in game, and I just saw. Excuse me. I just saw a frame of it, and I saw some jaggies, if you will. You have to look real close. And this is compressed on YouTube, so it's even crappier. But yeah, that's in the engine, man. That's in game, yo. In engine, in game engine. You know what I mean? It's not pre-rendered. Let's say that. So I think Starfield's gonna look really good. And the thing about Bethesda games is that they have, as bad as the Fallout stuff has been, as bad as the Elder Scrolls, as far as faces and voice acting, they have been steadily improving on that. And I've seen, now this is a better, that is, yes, that's last year, but that is a better art Can we put that? Is it better? Look how much better that looks than this year's. That's nice. I mean, because she's a female? No. It's just better art. Look at it. The outline makes it a little bit better. The fine lines better. The coloring is better, even though it's not. It's basically the same level of, the two color. Looks like the first one. This is way better art. She's on ice skates. X skates. So let's see. Is there a... No, there isn't really. I mean, the controller is here. Controller nubby. Thing there. She's holding an Xbox Series S, and a controller, and the buttons there. But yes, they didn't incorporate the buttons. I mean the consoles on this one, but like compared to that, look at that. Hot trash garbage. That's like, nah, boy. Nah, son. And they didn't. If they would have done the outline, that would have made it look way better. This shield is nope. Look at that versus that. Come on, son. I would put that on something. Like if somebody was like, "Yo, this art or that art on your wall forever in your house." Hell yeah, this one right here. Yep. Look at. Oh, I was about to say, look at shirt. Anyway, done. I'm done. But yes. Oh my bad. I didn't. Let's see. Poses. Legend says, what was the name of that cinematic game that Sony was trying to sell with PlayStation 3 with all the cool particle effects and the crazy racing cars jumping over each other that never existed in that form? It's kind of funny, but I think Forza looks like a toned down version of that, except Forza will exist. I don't... Cinematic game. Cool particle effects and the crazy racing cars jumping over each other. I think you could race multiple different kinds of vehicles against each other, ATVs, dune buggies, and trucks. There was a game, well, Blur, but that wasn't, it was PS3. That was Bizarre Creations, but that's the only one that I remember with Neon. But you said particle effects, so, racing game? Oh, you talking about Split Second? It was PS3. It was like Moto something or something. I don't know. I don't know. PS3. Let's see. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. PS3 MotorStorm. That's the one you're talking about. Yep. MotorStorm and then Pacific Rift. Yeah, I remember those games. Those are cool. Those were cool games. I think a problem with those... Yeah, MotorStorm was epic, says Bonds. Yeah, I think a problem with those games were that they were kind of close-tracked, right? So I think that, like, if MotorStorm was an open world game like Forza, but it still had the kind of like, say you drive and you say, let's go to the volcano, see what's up. You drive over there and something triggers. I mean, it'd be a percentage, but like say, 50% of the time you go there, the event happens. Oh, the volcano's erupting, boosh, and then there's a landslide and big rocks and stuff, and you have to drive through, and that'd be cool. It's almost like the I forgot what they're called, events in Forza where you have to race for trains and freaking jets, and you have to race the hovercraft on the 4, and it's so cool. Len says that was the one. Look at the trailer, the PS3 version. Tell me that it ain't that Forza exactly. Yeah, that's right. Which one was that? Was that the first one? Yeah, remember they had the trailer, right? And it was like it was the launch. It wasn't the launch trailer. It was the I think this was it. The E3 trailer, right? And they showed it, and I was like, "Yeah, what is this?" Let me see if I can get a high resolution. Jesus, 333. Okay, not high res. Yeah, this was it. And we were like, "Yo, this the resolution is so low. I gotta pull it back. But we're like, yo, look at those graphics. Not even the game. They pulling a bloopity and the bleepity with y'all. And I was like, yo, that looks cool, right? But it wasn't even the game. And it sucked so bad. Remember, there's a scene where I think that yellow truck flips in front of them or something, and I was like, man, they fooled everybody. They're like, yo, look at there it goes. There goes the truck. A little buggy flipping around. And I was like, yo, this is a cool game. Yo. It's that smoke and mirrors, son. I was like, yo, that's not even the game. Bond says. Oh, no, Legend says. Well, Legend says that was the one look at the trailer of the PS3 version and telling me that it ain't what Forza. Forza looks real close to this. I mean, I would say the difference is the camera in this trailer is cinematic. You know, they put it in certain spots and all that stuff. But quality wise, as far as like the cars and the environments, yeah, you're right. And so that's the thing. So 2 generations ago, the CG fool you trailers is what we're playing now, which is kind of dope if you think about it. Len says Motorsport turned out to be basic game. It was almost like a movie cinematically, then a game, because the same thing happened over and over again. Got boring fast as hell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It needed to be an open world game so that you could choose what you wanted to do, and then maybe a variation of different things would happen. Like say at the volcano, or maybe you go to the beach and there's a water spout or something, or maybe there's a tsunami. I don't know. It's just all kind of crazy stuff. Bond says that was the folly of that IP. They did not compete with Forza, but did not evolve. Epic for what it was at the moment. True. Legend says none of that was in game. None. Yeah, that was the messed up part about that, and that was the trend. That was the same thing with Killzone. Killzone 2 is the same thing. They got close. I'll give them credit. They got close, but that's a bad look, man. Dirt became what Motorstorm. It's Motorstorm, I think. Could have grown into. True, but Dirt is still limited in that it's tracks and not an open. I think Forza did something with open world racing that no one else was able to do. Like the first open world game, I remember I was all excited. I was like, oh snap! It was Test Drive Unlimited on the 360, I believe. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And the driving really wasn't good. If the driving was good, then that game would have been pretty okay, but it wasn't good. It was on Hawaii too. I was like, yo, I think they should go back to. I think Forza should go back to Hawaii. That would be dope. That'd be dope. I ain't gonna lie. They need to do Japan and they need to do Hawaii. I think they might. I think that'd be a good reason. Like, yeah, we're gonna do Hawaii. Oh, I guess we're going to Hawaii. Let's go, fellas. Woo! And then they have a nice little vacation and work. But ultimately, I think there should be kind of an offshoot of Forza that would be an expansion on the vehicles, right? So right now it's motorsport. It's cars, right? Forza Horizon could be like, okay, you got cars. You can go into other vehicles. I mean, they kind of tested it with Flight Simulator with the plane racing, and that's kind of what the Crew 2 did. But yeah, I don't know. It's a slippery slope. I think Playground could do it because they're good at it, but I don't know. Legend says it wouldn't be real at all. Hawaii doesn't have roads for tracks here, curvy. Tracks there, curvy. There are no straightaways and no options. We got one road that circles the entire island. That's still the main one they use today. Bond says Nintendo is just sitting on waivers IP. That's true. Yeah. Well, no. The thing about Horizon Games Legend is that, they take a location, like Colorado was the first one, and then I think it was Italy was the second one. Third one was Australia. Fourth one was England, right? They just take the location, and it's basically a biome. and they do their own map within the biome of England or Australia or anything. So they aren't real roads that they use from actual satellite data or anything else. They aren't real actual locations or roads or anything like that. They just use a lot of the monuments and buildings or geographic landmarks and stuff like that. So it will work. They could say Hawaii, and they can have a big island and maybe another little island, and that could be expansion. They can do that. That'd be perfect. And they would just use Hawaii as the biome, so tropical rainforest and all that stuff, with the volcanoes as well. It's kind of similar to what they're doing now with Mexico, so they would have to take a break. They would have to probably do Japan again first, and then do Hawaii. But yeah, I will bet you that they will do a Hawaii. Not the next one. I think the next one might be Japan. But, Mexico, Japan. I think Japan is better. I think Japan is suited better because you got the mountains, the switchbacks, whatever they call it. You got the mountain tracks, and then you got the mountains, Mount Fuji and all that stuff. And then you have the city, and Japan has a lot of country roads and stuff. So it would be pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'd be down for that. And the highways they got, the Tokyo. I played Tokyo Street Racer. I think that's what it's called on the Dreamcast. That was my favorite game, man. Oh, so good. And the last boss. It's like so. I think that's what Forza needs to get back to is the ranking. So you go through all the different, bosses, I guess, and beat them, and then rank up until you get to the best racer, and then you beat that person. That's what Tokyo Extreme Racing was, and it was so cool. And the last boss was so hard. You had to you couldn't mess up one little bit because he was like, he was in a black Porsche. I was like, it was so good, man. Oh man. Legend says when they didn't use the actual roads, it turned off millions of people right off the bat. Why am I going to buy a game because I can race in Hawaii? If it's not even Hawaii, might as well play California Cruising. Also says, I would say the best location racing game is Grand Theft Auto. At least you can feel like you're actually there. Bond says, was Midnight Club actual roads, trails, or environments? I don't think so either. I don't think any of those games. GTA isn't either. It's just based closely on California, New York, Liberty City, New York, and all that stuff. And it's the same with Forza. It's like if you've heard about Australia and you've never been to Australia and you play Forza 3, you'd be like, oh, that's Australia. And that's the thing, because if you think about it, there aren't too many places in the world where it would make a good, cities, not just the tracks and stuff, but like cities that would be like, oh, that's a good place to maybe the Autobahn in Europe, sure. And like I said, Tokyo, the highways in Tokyo, maybe. Colorado, like out in the west where those long Route 66 and all that stuff, sure. But yeah, Brian says, I played the heck out of Midnight Club Dubbed Edition. I played, was it Dubbed Edition that I played? Or I played the one before? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it was Dubbed Edition. Yeah, those games were really cool. And it was really about the dub stuff. It was about, modifying your little car and stuff and all the neon, and it was pretty dope. And the rain looked pretty good for the time. That says they don't have to have the exact same street layout, but if they had landmarks and roads that match the roads that actually existed, like in GTA, it would make the whole thing familiar. How are you going to have a Hawaii game and you can't even race past the palace? Oh no! They would do that. They would definitely do that because they have a couple of castles in Forza 4. What else do they have? I think they have Edinburgh in 3. No, 4. Sorry, 4. Outside of NASCAR, what else is there? Rubbing is racing. But no, they do the landmarks. They do the landmarks and stuff really well. I'm like, oh man, it looks so cool. And then they're actually like, they're called, I think they're photo spots, or I forgot what they're called. And you go there and you press a button and then you take like a photo and stuff and you collect all the photo spots and stuff. So yeah, they do that. They do it pretty well too. So No mention of Gran Turismo. Nah. Gran Turismo. Gran. It's like Gran Turismo is stuck in a time warp, in a time loop, in a time capsule, if you will. Legend says, I want a New York racing game based off of the Spider-Man engine. That would be dope. I'd be interested in that. That might be all right. I mean, the map is already made, right? It's already built, so just put some cars in there and race some cars. That'd be that. You know what? As far as like reusing assets, that would be the perfect. You could throw in some cars from Gran Turismo, use the Spider-Man map, change the collisions a little bit. So all they have to do is put cars on the map. Yeah. I mean, they would have to take all the pedestrians out because you can't be running over people unless they jump out of the way real good. But anyway, the Gran Turismo is I guess I'm going to the end. Gran Turismo is like, it used to be the king. It used to be like, yo, this is dope, right? But they haven't evolved the game enough to stay competitive. And Forza, they were so smart. Well, Xbox was so smart in that they said, okay, Forza's here. We're beating Gran Turismo, but I don't know. The numbers is down. Let's see what we could do. Let's do an open world racing game. Sure, yeah. And Forza Horizon 1 was born, the first one. And it was okay. It was like, oh, wow. I see the promise in this. Second one hit. Okay, here we go. You're driving through cornfields and the Italian countryside. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And it was just off to the races. It's like, once that second one came out, Gran Turismo was just lost to the wind. And they haven't done any. They tried Drive Club. Not even close. Sony needs to make an open world competitor to Forza. Period. Full stop. That's it. No Drive Club with these little tracks. No. If Drive Club was open world, different story. Maybe it would still be around, but nah. It was like, bleh. You know? Then it says, damn, Sony leaving money on the table. They can make a Spider-Man engine crazy taxi shit the hell. With that, they could make it a DoorDash game and get an advertisement box on the top and put that shit in 2 weeks. Well, I don't know about 2 weeks, but you're right. You absolutely look. That sounds like something that Jim Ryan would greenlight because it's like the technology is already done. How long would it take them? Maybe a year to make the game with a small studio? Because all you need, I would say, no more than 50 people. That's being generous, right? 50 people. You take models of cars from Gran Turismo or even Drive Club. They still own that. All the codes and the models. They could take the Drive Club cars, put it in Spider-Man New York. You can have Miles Morales land or you can have regular Peter Parker land. Either snow, winter time, or whatever, summertime. You got 2 seasons, right? I mean, that's getting a little intricate, but it's there. The map is there. Yeah. Do they have the highways and stuff like the Long Island Expressway and stuff? Or is 95 cut through? Wait, 95, George Washington Bridge. Then 95, and then 95 goes. Does that turn to Bronx River Parkway? I think it does, right? I don't remember. I haven't been in New York as long. You could turn to the Springbrook Parkway, which is a good racing because I lived in New York, right? And so I believe the Bronx River Parkway went through. And then it like split off a couple of ways. You went to Central Ave up to Yonkers, and then the Bronx River Parkway, I believe, went up to White Plains as well. But it went into Westchester, past the reservoir, and further upstate. And it was like, I think it was like a 3 lane highway, and it was just like, I mean, once you pass Sleepy Hollow, you have to go through Sleepy Hollow to get to White Plains. Once you pass Sleepy Hollow, because that is 2 lane, like it's Bronxville and all that stuff, Terrytown, and it's two lanes. But I think it might have just been 2 lanes. But I mean, they can make it 3. That'd be dope. I'd be down. They could do a little expansion. They could do like the city and then do a little Bronx River Parkway up, make a loop around, come back the other way. You could go up Bronx River Parkway, White Plains, make a U-turn, come back down Yonkers wise, end up in the Bronx, White Plains Road. Come on, man, let's go. You got me hype. Yo, Legend, you got me hyped for a Spider-Man racing game. Not a Spider-Man race, but you know what I'm saying. What would we call this game since we got these names? We got the freaking chess cinematic universe of the CCU. What else? They have it, but it stops. You don't. Oh, you don't think it's fully rendered. Oh, I don't think it's fully rendered. Oh, yeah. They have the same thing on Forza. There's a bridge that goes out of Edinburgh, and you can't go on it. It stops as well. But on the PC version, there's like tricks you can do to get out there. Like, there's actually, I know what I did. There's a mode called, I think it's called Super 7 in Forza Horizon 4. And you can, it's like Grand Theft Auto Online, where you can build your own tracks with ramps and all kind of stuff. And so I built like a platform to go up on the bridge that they had, which isn't fully rendered. And you could drive onto it, and you can go a certain amount, and then it's like an invisible wall back down there. So it's pretty cool. Bond says all the BMX ATX games, if the Xbox PS3 can come back. I think they can add all that stuff to maybe a Forza spinoff, Forza Horizon spinoff. So keep Forza Horizon mainly cars and trucks and stuff, and then have Forza Unlimited or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, Forza Extreme, and do all the other stuff, all the exports, the boats and the planes, helicopters, freaking BMX, ATV, all that stuff, freaking monster trucks, everything. That'd be dope. Bond says your recall of NY is correct. Not much has changed. Might have changed. Well, they may have extended LIRR to connect to the Metro North. Well, yeah, they're always doing stuff to the railroads to make them better. That's a scary thing. Like I remember watching this thing. This will be the last thing. I remember watching this thing. It was Urban Explorers, and they went down into the tunnels. I'm like, hell no. I remember last time we went to New York in 2013. We had a little thing. And we took the subway because we were staying in Queens, I think. Like right next to freaking the bridge. And we took the subway, and I saw a rat in the subway. I was like, of course there's rats in the subway. But I was looking in the tracks, and there's a rat just crawling. I was like, yeah, it's New York. But I always have, that was a dumb story. But for some reason, that kind of connected, like that image of the rat just running across the tracks, or running alongside the tracks. And then the dude exploring it, I was like, nah, B, I'm good. Call the DoorDash and make them mud up, bankroll it. Sony has enough money to pay a couple of developers to do that with the engine, and they can keep all the money. They don't need ad. I mean, they can get DoorDash to pay a little bit of something like, yo, DoorDash, you want to be on a game? Let's go. Sure, that's cool, but the problem with that is licensing, and then once the contract is done, then they're gonna change it, or it's a hassle. So, to those not living in NYC, they would literally connect Long Island to the states in one go. A giant circle from Hudson Valley to Nassau. Oh, okay. Yeah, Long Island Railroad. I mean, I didn't take the subway. I didn't take the train too much. I used to take it from when my cousin lived in Queens, and we used to go to Mets games, Shea Stadium, and we used to take the train from her house, where they lived on the Grand Concourse, and we used to take it from there. Was that? Yeah, there to the stadium and back. That's nothing, and I mean, mainly because I didn't live in the city. I lived in Mount Vernon, which is right outside the city. So, like, literally a block, I could walk to the first or the last stop, if you will, off of White Plains Road in Bronx. It's White Plains Road would turn into, I believe it's Lincoln Avenue in Mount Vernon. And yeah, it's cool. New York, there's some nostalgia there for me, but not enough to be like, I gotta move back, and I'm good. I'm good. I'll take a winter sunrise at the beach in Florida any day. As much as I love the colors of fall and the flowers in spring, keep that. I'ma chill down here, B. I'ma chill down here. I'm good. I've assimilated. Oh man, you got me thinking, man. I think we should. I think we should write up a document, a game. What's it called? You know, a game document, whatever it's called. Legend says I never been to New York, but a plate Spider Man all the way through. But I played Spider Man all the way through. Um, I will. I've never played Spider Man, and I know a little bit about New York City. I will say that the game is probably not super accurate. I mean, it's close, but I don't think it's super accurate. So, but using it as a template for racing game, sure. Open world racing, yes, I would agree 100,000%. So, I think we should write up maybe a Twitter document, or maybe I'll do a video on it. And if you want to contribute some stuff, put up a little video or write something up, send it my way. I will put it in there, be like, yo, this is legend, blah, blah, blah. This is what I say, blah, blah, blah. You want to do, audio stuff or do a video with the audio? I'll throw it in there too. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. That's a good idea. I'm serious. I'm not playing. I mean, I know we're just talking right now, but that's I would play that. Would I get a PlayStation for that? Yep, probably. Racing games is like, it's kind of top. Not the sim stuff. I'm arcade all the way, but look, hey, that's one of my things, yo. Bond says, "Damn, you don't miss Times Square, Bronx, Coney Island, City Island, Bronx Zoo, pizza, pigeon, taking the train." Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time in the city. I went to Coney Island a couple of times. My cousin lived in the Bronx. My other cousin lived in Queens, so I went to visit them a couple times. But it was just going to their house and chilling. We weren't going around and stuff. I used to go to Whitestone. What's that called? I think they closed it, right? The theater. I used to go to that movie theater a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I was staying in money earning Mount Vernon for the most part. Mainly because I was too young. I didn't have a car or anything. I was 16. I was 17 when I left, and I got my license when I came down here, cause you could. I mean, I started getting a permit when I was up there, but I couldn't take. I was too young, and I didn't have a car either. And family was moving, so I was like, I might as well wait. You know what? I had my driver's permit, and I did have. I stayed with my aunt for a little bit, and she had an old Buick. What was it called? It's a big ass Buick. It's an old Buick Century. I don't remember what it's called, man. That's okay though. And it was a piece of big ass car, but it was wheels. I drove. I was like, I got nothing. Let's go. So I was driving that like during the day, because you could drive during the day. Like you couldn't drive past a certain time when you had a learner's permit, and you didn't have to have somebody with you as long as it was between a certain time. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, that was fun, man. That was that summer I stayed. My last summer, that was fun. That was fun as hell. But yeah, I didn't dare go. I think I went to the city maybe once or twice or something like that. But I stuck around. I stuck around Mount Vernon. I would go visit my little girlfriend house. Like, oh man, my God, man. Try to get it all in. Not like that, but see her enough because I knew I was moving and stuff. But yeah, it was cool. I think that would be dope. Yeah, so I think we should do something with that. I'm gonna finish my music video. I'm gonna put that out. Once that's all behind, then I'm gonna get into creator mode, and we can see if we can do something. Maybe put up a proposal. Put it out there for Sony or Microsoft, whoever wants to do it. I mean, Sony is poised to do it because they already have the map, but it wouldn't be too much for the Forza Horizon team to build a map for that stuff. But that would be a whole nother game, so it doesn't make any sense for them to do it. But it would mainly be a Sony thing, so yeah. Feels like it's accurate, even though it might not be 1-to-1. True. Bond says the pigeons here take the trains. They will board the train, sit in the corner under the seat. I says, yeah, they closed the theater. Theater is closed. I may go visit Rochester next month. Oh, well, that's upstate. True, true. I had a friend that used to live in Rochester. But yeah. But anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. The nostalgia. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up my video tonight. Render it out. See what's up. Make sure it's not broken to hell. Try to post it up when I said it was. Post it up 6 a.m. my time, 12 midnight for you, Legend, and Bonds 6 a.m. for you as well. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys hanging out. Guess I'll put some music on. Put some music on. Dusty Vinyl it is. But yeah, I am out. Take away.